day. Chapter 22, serendipity. Oh, I like that word. Have you heard that word before? Do you know what it means? Look it up. It's a really cool word. No, Gary, I hear Mama hiss from their bed. I am sick to death of moving. We haven't stayed in one place for more than 2 weeks in the last 4 months. I crack open one eye. It's still dark in our room, but even though I can't see them, I can feel the anger between Mama and Daddy. I thought when we moved to the family shelter and we could all be together that everything would be better. But Mama and Daddy have started having these little whisper fights almost from the first night. They think we can't hear, but we can. At least I can. Daddy grunts something. Mama explodes. What do you think has changed there? We have no home, no jobs, nothing to go back to. I think about my friends and my school and my Firefly troop back home. I have lots to go back to. But nobody asked me what I thought. No, Mama says in that voice that says her mind is made up. We're staying right here. The kids start school on Monday. We're going to try to make a go of it. I put the pillow over my head. I don't want to hear anymore. When we wake up, Daddy's already gone. Mama looks frazzled. And Dylan has wet the bed. What almost 6-year-old wets the bed? And guess who has to strip the bed of smelly pea sheets? Why do I have to take his smelly sheets off the bed? I ask. Dylan stands in the bathroom doorway, crying. Because, young lady, I have to clean up your little brother, and because I asked you to. I can feel anger that I've been holding back for months, building up inside me. I ball up my fists, even my hair feels angry. He's acting like a stupid little baby. I yank one corner off of the sheet off the mattress. I hear a little ripping sound. I'm not a baby, Dylan wails. Watch your mouth, Piper, Mama warns. I yank the whole sheet off the mattress and throw it onto the floor. I've been watching my mouth forever, Mama. My heart is hammering in my ears. I never asked to leave Cypress Point. I never asked to be living in this stupid shelter with all of us crammed into this little room and standing in line to eat. I can't stop what comes barreling out of my mouth next. It's all yours and Daddy's fault. The looks on both Mama and Dylan's face make me feel about as low as a piece of lint. Mama bursts into tears. She takes Dylan into the bathroom. When they come out, he's all cleaned up and her tears are gone. Take your brother down to the playroom for a while, Piper, Mama says. But we haven't had breakfast yet, I point out. Mama closes her eyes. I can almost hear her counting to 10 in her head. Get some breakfast and then go to the playroom. Can I have 3 donuts, Mama? Dylan asks, clasping his hands in front of his chest. I expect Mama to say no, but she doesn't. I think she's all argued out. I watch Dylan and another little boy build a tower out of Jenga blocks, and then carefully they start sliding pieces out and placing them on top. The tower sways. I hold my breath, waiting for that one piece taken away to bring it all crashing down. Just like when Mama's hours got cut at the nursing home. The rent went up on our house. We had to take Dylan to the emergency room when he had an asthma attack. We helped Grandma Bess with her medical bills. Daddy lost his job. Another asthma attack. Mama's hours got cut again. Our landlord died. The bank took back the house we rented from him, and we get kicked out. Crash! And here we are, Nowhere to call home. Tears sting my eyes. I get up and walk across the room so Dylan doesn't see how upset I am. I study the shelves crowded with board games. Monopoly, Scrabble, I'm good at that. Risk, Candyland, Dylan's favorite. Battleship, chess, Mama's favorite. I look up at the row of paperbacks on the top shelf, and there, pinned to the bulletin board, is a flyer for a Firefly Girls Troop meeting. Firefly Girls Troop 423 meets this Saturday morning, 9 a.m. in Conference Room 4B. All Hope House girls and their parents welcome. My heart leaps. A Firefly Troop here? I can't hardly believe it. And they're meeting tomorrow morning. I read the flyer over and over until I have it memorized. I snap my fingers. Wait, did they say Troop 423? That same troop that I saw on the telephone pole flyer that reminded me of good things on that cold, wet day? Chill bumps run up my arms. My scalp prickles. I remember a vocabulary word that Mrs. Monroe taught us the day before I left Cypress Point forever. Serendipity. I can hear Mrs. Monroe say, it means the unexpected coming together of different things in a lucky way. The flyer on the pole. Moving to Hope House. Having to babysit Dylan in the playroom instead of going with Mama. Finding a Firefly Girls Troop here in a shelter. Serendipity. All these things coming together. Wow. Saturday morning, I'm so jittery with excitement, I feel like I've eaten 2 whole bowls of Sugar Zoom cereal. I don't care though. In 15 minutes and 39 seconds, we're going to my first meeting of Firefly Girls Troop 423. And Mama's going too. On the elevator ride down to the lobby, Mama hugs me to her and says for the 4th time, just like old times, right, Piper? Piper. And that's what Dylan used to call me when he was little and couldn't say Piper, Peeper, Piper. I hug her back. It sure is. Morning, Piper. Morning, Mrs. Trudeau. Byron is working the front desk today. I'm always glad when he's working. Mama chirps, we're going to the Firefly Girls meeting this morning. Byron smiles. Awesome. I love Firefly brownies. When we get to the room, we stop in the doorway. Mama straightens my Firefly sash. It feels so good to wear it again. We peer in. The room's almost empty. Is there a meeting here this morning? Mama asks. A round woman with a big smile waves us in. Sure is. You're just a little early. Most of the folks here always run a little late. Mama frowns. She has a thing about punctuality. The woman sticks out her hand. I'm Sherlyn Bailey, proud troop leader of Firefly Girls Troop 423. Mama smiles. I'm Meg Trudeau, and this is my daughter, Piper. Come on in and let's get your vest and packet, Piper, Mrs. Bailey says. I see you already have a sash with lots of badges and pins. Good for you. I try on several vests while Mama and Mrs. Bailey talk about this and that. We got here to the city almost 2 weeks ago, and every day has been a challenge. Mrs. Bailey shakes her head. I hear you. There's nothing easy about it. I just never thought we'd be in this kind of situation, Mama says. I don't want to hear them talking about how hard life in a shelter is, so I stop listening. I run my hand over and over the bright blue vest. I put it on and then carefully drape my sash across my chest. I hear a whole bunch of voices laughing and calling back and forth. Sounds like they're coming, Mrs. Bailey says. 10 girls come shuffling, bouncing, skipping into the room. There's a couple of other white girls like B, but most of them are Black and Latina. Back home in Cypress Point, there were lots of Black and Latino folks. Vietnamese too. My best friend, Robin, was from El Salvador. She taught me lots of Spanish. I miss her. But the biggest surprise that just about makes my eyes pop out of my head is the sight of a dad bringing his daughter into the room. Wait till I tell Daddy! Except for Byron, we haven't seen many men, even though this is a family shelter. Seems like it's mostly single moms and their kids. A small girl with a big smile struts over. Look at you in that vest, she says, grinning. I bet in no time your sash will be looking amazing like mine. Her sash is, in fact, pretty awesome. She has all kinds of badges and pins, more than I do. A tall, serious-looking girl comes over and smiles a slow, quiet smile. Hey, she says, glad you came. She touches a pin on my sash. Looks like you've been busy. She puts out her hand. I'm Karina Bailey. Soon, all the other girls, big and little, are crowded around me, introducing themselves. They're chattering a mile a minute. I don't think I'll ever catch all of their names. One tiny girl who doesn't look much older than Dylan takes my hand and smiles shyly up at me. I'm Chloe, she whispers. Karina's my big sister. She's the real troop leader, not our mom. She looks at her big sister with such pride. Okay, everybody, Karina calls from the front of the room. Roll call. In my old troop, roll call took forever because everybody was busy talking and cutting up. Plus, it was at least twice the size. But not Troop 423. Everybody hurries to one of the chairs Mama and Mrs. Bailey set up. There's no giggling or whispering. All the girls sit up straight and proud, eyes fixed on Karina. One by one, Karina calls their names. Angel, Alexa, Carmen, Daria, Desiree, Chloe. Chloe lets go of my hand, shoots her arm up into the air. Jessica, Luz, Phoenix, Sapphire, you know I'm here, and Trina. And each one raises their hand and says, here, all except Trina. Karina frowns. Anybody seen Trina? Head shake, shoulders shrug. Well, Karina says, putting down her roll call list, we have someone new joining our troop today. Karina motions me to stand up. Her mother says, tell us a little bit about yourself, baby. And don't leave nothing out, Sapphire commands. Everyone laughs. I stand up. My stomach slides down to my toes. What all do I say? Do I tell about my life before and why we're here? I look at the room full of girls, all looking back at me with expectant eyes. In their bright blue vests and sashes, they look like any other Firefly troop. But they're not. They understand my story, even without all the details. I take a deep breath. My name is Piper Trudeau. I'm 11, almost 12, and in 5th grade. I was born and raised in Louisiana, but came here from Texas. Whew, Sapphire says, that's a long ways away, Louisiana. Sure is, several of the girls agree. I belong to Firefly Girls Troop 63 back home in Cypress Point. I start to sit down, but then I add, and I've never seen snow before or mountains. We got a lot of both, Carmen says. Thanks, Piper, Karina says. I sit back down. Let's stand and recite the Firefly Girls Pledge, Karina says. We all stand. I look around for the poster with the Firefly Pledge printed in big, bold letters. That's what my old troop used to recite from. There's not one here. I gulp. It's been so long. I don't think I remember all the words. And then, as if a choir conductor had raised his baton, everyone places their hands over their hearts, voices strong and confident. I promise to do my best every day to make the world a better place, to demonstrate kindness, compassion, fairness, and strength, and to shine my light as a beacon of hope. I promise to respect my family, myself, and all living things. Together, we are brighter. Together, we are stronger. Together, we can make a difference. Whew. I remembered, for the first time in months, I feel like I'm on solid ground. Karina taps her pencil on a piece of paper. First item on the agenda, she says, is new badges and pins. My mouth drops open, not because there are new badges and pins, but because there is an agenda. These girls are serious. Karina's mom, Mrs. Bailey, explains all about the 11 new badges that can be earned for really cool stuff like building robots and designing computer apps and websites. I'm going to build a robot to do my homework, Sapphire announces. Daria raises her hand and says, I'm going to design a computer program to help people without a home find one. I wonder if any of the girls in my Cypress Point troop would have thought of something like that. Probably not. They would never be able to understand how people and even families can end up like this. Next, we come to my favorite subject, brownie sales. Did I mention selling gourmet brownies is my superpower? This year, Karina says, the troop in our city, that sells the most brownies gets to go to Camp Cloudmont this summer for free. Everybody in the troop? Luz asks in disbelief. Karina nods. Everybody. For free. We've never sold the most, though, Carmen points out. Sapphire tosses her a look. There's a first time for everything. I don't want to go up in those mountains anyway. Angel says, it's too cold, too many bugs. For the first time in the whole meeting, everybody starts talking at once. But I don't listen. All I can hear is that beautiful word, mountains. I feel determination swell up inside me. I will sell enough brownies to go to Camp Cloudmont, or my name's not Piper Elizabeth Trudeau. At the end of the meeting, we gather in a circle. Karina's voice rings out strong and true. We are Firefly Girls. We are Firefly Girls, we all say. We are family, she says. We are family. We are somebody, Sapphire hollers. My heart fills with light. We are somebody. And we, Karina says with pure certainty, will make a difference. After the meeting's over, I ask Mama, can I run over to the park real quick and check on baby? I've told Mama all about him. Mama's in as good a mood as I am after the meeting. She hands me her phone. 20 minutes, Piper. That's all. Call as soon as you get there and as soon as you leave to come back. I can't wait to see baby and tell him all about my new Firefly troop.